John Wayne was a revered American icon, captivating millions worldwide for decades with his powerful screen presence and remarkable acting talent. Although audiences admired Wayne for his charm and striking looks, few knew of the profound personal struggles he quietly endured behind the scenes. Only after his tragic passing did the astonishing truth come to light, revealed in an interview with his loyal friend and secretary, Pat Stacey. Just what deeply hidden secrets had Wayne kept from his adoring fans all those years? And what startling revelation did Stacey share that completely reshaped his life story? Let's uncover these mysteries in Years After His Death. John Wayne's secretary finally confirms the rumors. John Wayne was born Marion Robert Morrison on May 26, 1907, in Winterset, Iowa, as the eldest child of Clyde and Mary Morrison. Soon after his birth, his parents decided to change his middle name from Robert to Mitchell. Some sources, however, claim his middle name may have been Marion or Michael. Wayne was notably large at birth, weighing 13 pounds. When he was 7, his family relocated to Lancaster, California, hoping for success as farmers. However, a dry summer forced another move, this time to Glendale, California, where Wayne would earn his famous nickname, Duke. The nickname originated from his bond with his dog, Duke, leading locals to call them Big Duke and Little Duke. In high school, Wayne excelled both academically and athletically, becoming involved in student government and football. His football prowess earned him a scholarship to the University of Southern California in 1925. Wayne joined the Sigma Chi fraternity, but a severe injury after 2 years dashed his athletic dreams and cost him the scholarship. Despite this setback, he continued his studies at USC, working as an extra and prop mover on film sets to support himself. He appeared in various silent films of the late 1920s, including Brown of Harvard, The Dropkick, Mother Macri, Hangman's House, and Four Sons. Many were directed by John Ford, who would later become an influential mentor, frequently casting Wayne and his friend Ward Bond as extras. After graduation, Wayne secured his first leading role in the 1930 Western film The Big Trail, produced by Fox. It was for this role that the studio changed his name to John Wayne. Despite this break, the movie was a box office failure, and Fox dismissed him shortly after. Disheartened but persistent, Wayne refused to abandon his acting dreams. Over the next few years, Wayne took on any role available to build his experience and resume. Often cast as cowboy heroes in low-budget B-westerns such as Range Feud, Texas Cyclone, and Two-Fisted Law. He also appeared in serials like The Shadow of the Eagle, The Hurricane Express, and The Three Musketeers. Throughout the 1930s, he worked tirelessly in B-westerns for studios like Monogram Pictures, Republic Pictures, and Universal. His relentless dedication through years of struggle would eventually pave the way to stardom. But what obstacles and challenges marked his path to success? Let's delve deeper. The road to success. Despite securing his first leading role in The Big Trail, John Wayne's career hit a stumbling block when the film failed at the box office, prompting Fox to release him from his contract. Undeterred by this disappointment, he remained determined to pursue a career in acting. Wayne soon signed a brief contract with Warner Brothers, where he starred in 6 B-westerns and held minor roles in larger productions like The Life of Jimmy Dolan, Central Airport, College Coach, and Babyface. However, after his departure from Warner Brothers, he again found himself struggling to find work. In 1933, Wayne landed the lead in His Private Secretary, produced by the small Tiffany Studio. For the next few years, he was mostly featured in low-budget B-westerns with Monogram Pictures, starting with Riders of Destiny, where he portrayed a singing cowboy, though his voice was dubbed by the director's son. He continued in B films such as Randy Rides Alone, The Trail Beyond, The Lucky Texan, and West of the Divide. In 1935, he moved to Republic Pictures, taking over for actor Bob Livingston in the popular Three Musketeers series. Playing the character Stony Brook, he starred in titles such as Pals of the Saddle, Overland Stage Raiders, Night Riders, Wyoming Outlaw, and New Frontier. Though still confined to low-budget westerns, Wayne's reputation grew, and his performances improved significantly. By 1938, his close friend John Ford gave him the opportunity to audition for the lead in Ford's new film Stagecoach, setting the stage for Wayne's ascent to fame. Securing the role of the Ringo Kid in the classic film Stagecoach was the breakthrough that John Wayne had been awaiting. The movie received enthusiastic reviews and performed well at the box office, earning 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Director for Ford. Though Stagecoach didn't win Best Picture, it did take home 2 Oscars and propelled Wayne into the limelight as a respected actor. Following Stagecoach's success, Wayne's career continued to gain momentum. He collaborated again with director Ford to portray a Swedish sailor in the 1940 film The Long Voyage Home, which earned Wayne his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, showcasing his range beyond the traditional cowboy role. Over the next few years, Wayne co-starred alongside some of the era's biggest names in movies such as Seven Sinners with Marlene Dietrich in 1940, Reap the Wild Wind with Ray Milland in 1942, and In Old Oklahoma with Albert Decker in 1943, establishing himself among Hollywood's elite. During World War II, Wayne was exempted from military service due to his age and family obligations, allowing him to continue making films on the home front. Movies like Flying Tigers, The Fighting Seabees, and Back to Bataan elevated his image as a symbol of American heroism and masculinity. In 1948, he starred in another acclaimed John Ford Western, Red River, where his role as a hardened cattle rancher resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike. Wayne continued to find success with popular films such as Fort Apache, Three Godfathers, and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. Ascendancy as a Western icon building on his Stagecoach success, Wayne reunited with Ford in 1940 for The Long Voyage Home, playing a Swedish sailor, which allowed him to step away from cowboy role in The Spoilers. With the onset of World War II, many Hollywood stars enlisted. Wayne, a father of 4, received a 3A deferment from service, allowing him to appear in a series of patriotic war films, furthering his image as a symbol of American resilience. After the war, Wayne's career only continued to soar, especially with his notable role as a cattle driver in Howard Hawks' Red River, in which his portrayal of a tough cattle rancher on a dangerous drive was met with acclaim, demonstrating his depth as an actor. Over a career spanning more than 170 films, Wayne established himself as an enduring icon of American ruggedness, heroism, and masculinity, especially within the Western genre. His work with directors like Hawks and Ford, in classics like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance and How the West Was Won, solidified his legendary status. In the 1950s and beyond, Wayne starred in numerous hits that established him as the quintessential Western star. Ford's The Quiet Man, set in Ireland, highlighted Wayne's versatility in a different, more romantic Western style. His role as Civil War veteran Ethan Edwards in The Searchers, in which he seeks his kidnapped niece, became one of his most iconic, defining him as an anti-hero in the pursuit of justice. His career revived once more with his Oscar-winning role as U.S. Marshal Rooster Cogburn in True Grit, in which he balanced his familiar tough guy image with vulnerability. Later performances, including The Cowboys and The Shootist, in which he portrayed an aging gunfighter facing mortality, mirroring his real-life battle with cancer, highlighted Wayne's range and depth. His chemistry with Katharine Hepburn and Rooster Cogburn echoed classic pairings like The African Queen. Though his attempts to branch out beyond Westerns in films like MCQ and Brannigan were met with mixed reviews, Wayne remained a beloved star well into the 1970s. His final film, The Shootist, was a fitting farewell, portraying a gunslinger facing the end of his life. A life of complexity. Though Wayne appeared as a rugged hero on screen, his personal life was far more complex. He married Josephine Sayans in 1933, a union that produced 4 children, Mary Antonia, Melinda, Michael, and Patrick. However, their marriage faced difficulties, especially after rumors of Wayne's affair with Marlene Dietrich. By 1945, Wayne and Josephine divorced. Soon after, in 1946, Wayne married Mexican actress Esperanza Bauer Diaz. However, this second marriage was troubled from the beginning, marked by frequent arguments, allegations of infidelity, and even physical altercations. Esperanza struggled with Wayne's career demands and his strong bond with his children from his first marriage. They divorced in 1952. While scouting locations for The Alamo in 1952, Wayne met Peruvian actress Pilar Palete, sparking a romance that led to marriage in 1954. Pilar gave up her acting career to start a family with Wayne, and they had 3 children, Aisa, Ethan, and Marisa. Although they traveled often due to Wayne's work, they eventually settled in Newport Beach, California, in 1965. In 1964, Wayne was diagnosed with lung cancer, a result of his heavy smoking. One lung was removed, but he continued acting, an early indicator of his later health struggles. Despite the challenges in his personal life, including his health, Wayne's career continued to thrive into the 1960s and 1970s. His role as Davy Crockett in The Alamo reflected his ambition as a director and producer, as he established his own production company, Batjack. Though it received mixed reviews, the project showcased his desire to take on greater creative challenges. His collaboration with Ford remained productive, leading to more classic westerns like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Ford's 1956 film, The Searchers, became one of Wayne's defining roles, portraying a Civil War veteran fueled by revenge and bigotry while searching for his abducted niece. In The Quiet Man, Wayne revealed his full range of charm and acting ability, collaborating with Ford once again, this time on a film set in Ireland. His on-screen chemistry with Maureen O'Hara made the film both engaging and heartwarming. In 1969, Wayne reached new heights by winning the Best Actor Oscar for his iconic portrayal of the gruff, alcoholic U.S. Marshal Reuben Rooster Cogburn in True Grit. His performance combined his trademark toughness with a sense of vulnerability, making the role memorable. However, Wayne's health began to decline in the mid-1970s. The lung cancer he had defeated years before returned, now as stomach cancer, affecting his life and work. Directing and producing ambitions. While Wayne was celebrated as an actor, he also aspired to make his mark as a director and producer. In the early 1950s, he established his own production company, Batjack, named after a shipping firm from his film Wake of the Red Witch. Through Batjack, Wayne pursued roles suited to him and produced projects to support emerging actors and filmmakers. One of his early productions was the 1951 drama Bullfighter and the Lady. He also collaborated with director Bud Boetticher on the 1957 Western 7 Men from Now, starring Randolph Scott. Wayne saw potential in the young actor James Arness and helped launch his career, arranging for Arness to star in the iconic TV series Gunsmoke. As Batjack's production slate grew, Wayne began producing films both for himself and other talents. Among these were Big Jim McLean, Island in the Sky, Hondo, The High and the Mighty, Blood Alley, and Legend of the Lost with Katharine Hepburn. Wayne's most ambitious project as a producer star was the 1960 historical epic, The Alamo, a story he deeply valued. Playing his childhood hero, Davy Crockett, he poured years into this project despite production difficulties and mixed reviews. His perseverance in bringing The Alamo to screen underscored his dedication and creative drive. One of his most successful collaborations as actor-producer was with director John Ford, creating classic westerns. Their 1956 masterpiece, The Searchers, is often seen as Wayne's defining role, portraying the flawed Civil War veteran Ethan Edwards. More than just a star, Wayne was deeply involved in the production, ensuring Ford could fully realize his vision without studio limitations. Wayne's other collaborative productions with Ford included the ensemble epic How the West Was Won in 1962 and the 1963 comedy Donovan's Reef, where his involvement helped shape the final creative outcomes. In 1964, Wayne expanded Batjack's legacy by having his son Michael join as a producer. This collaboration allowed Wayne to reunite with Maureen O'Hara for McLintock, creating a sense of continuity in his later works. Notable films from this period included The Sons of Katie Elder, The War Wagon, Chisholm, Big Jake, The Train Robbers, and Cahill U.S. Marshal. Though not all were critically acclaimed, these films reinforced Wayne's iconic persona while giving him control over his tough guy image. With roles in True Grit and The Shootist, Wayne proved capable of handling complex, layered material as a producer star. These later films, which explored aging and mortality, allowed him to bring a new depth to his cowboy image while delivering the heroic gravitas fans expected. A legendary career. Spanning over 50 years and more than 170 films, John Wayne's career established him as a legendary figure in American cinema. Known for his rugged heroes, particularly in westerns, Wayne also displayed versatility across a range of genres and characters. In the late 1940s, he rose to prominence with praised performances in classics like Howard Hawks' Red River, 1948, where he played a gruff cattle rancher with a layered performance that earned critical respect. This more nuanced role showcased his ability to portray morally complex characters beyond stereotypical cowboys. His standing as a serious actor grew further with John Ford's The Sands of Iwo Jima, 1949, earning Wayne his first Academy Award nomination for his role as a strict Marine drill instructor. He then began a fruitful run of collaborations with Ford, with Rio Grande marking the start of a series of acclaimed westerns that brought out new emotional layers in the genre. The 1952 film The Quiet Man showcased his romantic charm alongside Maureen O'Hara, providing an endearing exploration of Irish culture and traditional roles under Ford's direction. Yet it was their 1956 film The Searchers that became Wayne and Ford's undisputed masterpiece, with Wayne delivering a complex, haunted portrayal of the vengeful Ethan Edwards, wrestling with issues of race, trauma, and violence. The 1950s saw Wayne embody the cowboy archetype, from tough heroes in Rio Bravo and El Dorado to family leaders in The Cowboys and the Shootist, his performances balancing grit with quiet charisma. During the 1960s, Wayne's global stardom soared. As a producer-director, he took on The Alamo, a historical epic about the Texas Revolution. Although it met with mixed reviews, the production reflected his passion for American history and the Western mythos, setting the stage for future projects. In The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Wayne delivered one of his most iconic performances, portraying a weary rancher whose world-worn gravitas underscored the fading ideals of justice in the West. Wayne reunited with O'Hara and Ford one last time for the lively buddy comedy Donovan's Reef, showcasing his underrated comedic talent and easy chemistry with his longtime collaborator. Such films solidified Wayne's reputation as a rare movie star, with both strong appeal and considerable acting range. However, it was his role in True Grit that finally won him the long-awaited Academy Award for Best Actor. As the tough, one-eyed U.S. Marshal Rooster Cogburn, Wayne combined his well-known machismo with a sense of world-weariness and flashes of vulnerability, creating a role distinct from his previous cowboy characters. His performance received universal praise for bringing depth and humanity to a classic archetype, marking his transformation from a simple Western hero to a complex symbol of America's rugged frontier ideals and layered masculine legacy. It was a crowning, long-overdue achievement for one of Hollywood's most respected and influential figures. In the 1970s, Wayne continued to be prolific and popular, despite battling lung and stomach cancer. Roles like J.W. Coop in The Cowboys and J.B. Brooks in The Shootist had him facing his own mortality and mythos head-on as an aging gunslinger and father figure. Between these, he explored other kinds of heroes, from Boston detective MCQ to British mercenary Rick Brannigan. Though not all of these non-Western roles were universally acclaimed, they showed Wayne's willingness to experiment with new types of characters late in his career. The Shootist became a poignant, self-reflective farewell for Wayne. His role as an aging gunfighter on one final mission mirrored his own real-life battle with cancer, conveying vulnerability in quiet moments that resonated more deeply than any intense action scenes or bravado. When John Wayne passed away in 1979 at age 72, following his struggle with stomach cancer, it marked the end of an era in Hollywood iconography and rugged masculinity. Yet his impressive legacy of over 170 films endures as a testament to his stature as a Western legend. From silent films in the 1920s through to 1970s revisionist classics, Wayne represented the American frontier spirit through a multitude of roles and genres. His commanding presence not only held the screen, but also enhanced the work of directors and fellow actors. Unlike contemporary anti-heroes, Wayne's cowboy characters embodied a clear moral code and upheld values like courage, loyalty, determination, and the defense of the innocent. This resonated with audiences across generations and international borders. Even when his characters faced ethical struggles or dark moments, an unwavering sense of honor and righteousness defined his essence.